Hey everybody, Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with our second series in our Wild Card weekend. This covers the AFC contest on Sunday. And as always, we are coming to you from the Sean McDonough studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you're playing. Let me know if you're fading us, if you're tailing us. And as always, let us know why, man. We've got some good cappers out there, and I always like to see the thought process behind the picks. And it's not just the NFL. You know, let me know what you're playing in the world of the NBA, in the NCAA, basketball, whatevs. As long as you can win, share your pick with us. And don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com for a deep dive into all of these games, sides, totals, and prop bets as well. And not just NFL playoffs, but all kinds of stuff. Basketball, NCAA football there on Monday night, NBA. You know what? If you can bet on it in America, there's a good chance we're writing about it over at Winners and Whiners. So check that out, won't you? All right, guys, here we go. We're going to take a look at the first game here, the AFC contest. That's the early game on Sunday. That is featuring the Los Angeles Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite. Total on that game is 41.5. Tail of the tape looks a little something like this. Chargers, maybe the second best team in the AFC. Unfortunately, they're also the second best team in the AFC West. They're the wild card, baby, and they were 12-4 this season, 9-7 against the number, 8-8 overs versus unders. Baltimore Ravens, on the other hand, 10-6, straight up 8-8 against the number. 7 times did the over hit versus 9 times that the under came through. You know, guys, the NFL, they did the Chargers no favors here. Conspiracy people would say maybe, are they punishing him for leaving San Diego? Nah, I don't want to go there, but they definitely, like I said, didn't do him any favors. It's an early start time in the Eastern time zone. So, how bad is it? I know we've talked about teams traveling east a lot this year in the playoffs. Here we go. Since 1990, the teams outside the Eastern time zone are 6-18. That's 25% straight up in the playoffs. But they're 11-12-1 against the spread with those 12:30 Eastern, 1:30 Eastern time starts or earlier. But here's the good news for the Chargers. Pacific time teams are 4-6 straight up, but they are 5-1 against the spread in the last decade. So the other question about this game that everybody wants to know: how good is Baltimore really? They beat just one playoff team. They played just 3. They played the Chiefs, they played New Orleans, and they beat San Diego. That's it. So they haven't really been tested. We're going to find out a lot when the Chargers come out for this return engagement. You know, old school football fans, they like watching Baltimore play, especially if you liked watching Baltimore play in the 2000 in the 2000 Super Bowl with that unbelievable defense. There's a lot of similarities. They've got a little better talent than they did then at quarterback. They've probably got 2 quarterbacks that are better than their starting quarterback that year. Sorry, Trent Dilford, I see you. However, they're doing it with runs, with the rushing game, and they're doing it with defense. And when I say they run the ball a lot. Since Lamar Jackson has come in, they have run the ball 45 times a game. And the good news is, they're just chewing up the clock. They have averaged 14 more plays per game than their opponents. So that makes a difference as far as limiting your opposition to chances, keeping Phillip Rivers off the field. To me, this game comes down to 2 huge factors. First, the Baltimore rush versus the Los Angeles Chargers linebackers. At one point, Los Angeles, I'm going to say it. You know I'm going to say it. I'm going to say San Diego at least once. At one point, Los Angeles has some pretty good backers, but the injury bug has absolutely devastated the linebacking core. They're going to start 3 linebackers on Sunday, none of which have taken 250 snaps this year in an NFL game. That's not good, considering the average offense is going to take somewhere in the 60 range, 50 to 60 plays a game. 250 is not a ton. In addition, nose tackle Brandon Mebane is doubtful for this game. He's got a personal thing that he's been dealing with as far as his family goes. His daughter was born prematurely. she's battling some health issues, and he has been away from the team for a couple weeks. And there's really still, as of this recording, as of Friday night, there's really no great word on whether he's going to make it back or not. But it doesn't look like he's going to be with the team on Sunday. The other factor for me, don't look now, but the Chargers O-line, they're not good. They are not good at all. They have the worst rated tackle, according to Pro Football Focus, in the NFL. They have the second worst guard, and only their center, Mike Pouncey, rates in the top 30. He's the 24th best center. So, yeah, be proud about that. The thing about it is, last time they played, Baltimore put the pressure on Phillip Rivers, forced him into his worst game of the season. He was 23 of 37, 181 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 4 picks. Not good at all. And the thing about it is that Phillip has kind of faded down the stretch, and it's coincided exactly with the injuries to the top 2 running backs for San Diego. Now they are going to have Gordon back on Sunday. Don't know how healthy he's going to be. You know, it's the playoffs. If you can go, you can go. It still looks like Eckler is not going to play, so it looks like they're going to have Melvin Gordon back at least. But that's huge. If they can count on the running game, if they can get some yards, Melvin Gordon can do his thing, Phillip Rivers stands a lot better chance of having a decent day. So, what am I going to play here? You know, there's one more thing that we need to talk about, and this is something that you don't often see, but I'll tell you where you saw a great example of it, and it's Phillip Rivers. He's got a habit of standing at the line, calling the signals, making changes, setting up decoys, all the stuff. He consistently snaps the ball with less than 2 seconds on the shot clock, on the play clock. That can sometimes get yourself into trouble when you're on the road. And like I said, a great game to watch was the Chiefs at Seattle a couple Sundays back. The Seattle Seahawks, because of the noise there, when the Chiefs were on offense, they were using silent count, and the Seahawks were absolutely teeing off on the snap because of the timing, because of the crowd noise. I think the same situation is going to happen in Baltimore. Phillip, he's got the habit of doing that, and I think it's going to come. I think it's going to jump up and bite him. I think there's going to be confusion. I think there's going to be at least one penalty or a needless timeout that's taken. So keep an eye on that as well. You know, the Chargers have been the most popular bet of the weekend. As of this recording, they're getting 68% of the money. And you know me, if you follow us at all, you know I'm not afraid to fade the public, and I think that's what we're going to do here. Since 2003, the Dogs, getting at least 55% of the money, are 27, 17, and 1 against the spread. I like the Baltimore Ravens in this spot. I thought they did a good job on the road against San Diego a 3 weeks ago. I think they do a good job again this Sunday. Give me the Ravens. I'll lay the 3. And at the end of this game, you can join me. Pick up your tickets as we will head back to the window. Good luck, everybody. Take care.